Is this the only camera you actually need for run and gun filmmaking? Because after using the Sony FX30 in the real world, I started asking myself a different question. How much camera do you really need when this little thing can capture footage like this? Hey everybody, my name is Dave with Post Street Studios, and this is the Sony FX30. I didn't buy this camera because I wanted something flashy. Actually, I bought it because it was the only camera I could afford. I bought it because I needed something practical, something small, something cinematic, something I could grab quickly and actually use. Because run and gun filmmaking is not about perfect conditions. It's about seeing a moment, grabbing the camera and capturing it before it disappears. So in this video, I want to show you what the FX30 can really do when you take it out of the controlled studio environment and start using it in real life. Run and gun filmmaking sounds simple, but it's actually one of the hardest ways to shoot. You're dealing with changing light, moving subjects, no time to set up, no time to think, no time to make everything perfect. 1 minute you're shooting in bright sunlight, and the next minute you're in the shade. Then you're inside, then it's night. Then something happens fast, and you either get the shot or you miss it. That's the challenge. You need a camera that's light enough to carry, fast enough to react, and stable enough to shoot handheld with a sharp focus that you can trust and good enough that the image still feels cinematic. That's where the Sony FX30 started to surprise me because on paper, it looks like a small cinema camera. But in real life, it starts to feel like a filmmaking tool that you can actually build your whole style around. I started taking the FX30 into normal situations. The beach, walking shots, handheld shots, dog footage, sunset, fireworks, random moments where I didn't have time to overthink everything. And that's where this camera really makes sense. It's small enough that I actually want to bring it with me. And that matters because the best camera is not always the most expensive camera. The best camera is the camera that you're willing to pick up, the camera that you're willing to carry. It's the camera that you're willing to practice with. It's the camera that is with you when the shot happens. The FX30 gives you a lot in a small package. You get a cinematic image, you get S-Log3 and Cine EI, you get a good strong autofocus, you get solid slow motion in S&Q mode, you get internal stabilization, you get a body that doesn't feel like a burden. That's probably the most important thing. And when you combine that with the right lens or the right set of lenses, and you got your exposure right, and you add in a little bit of movement, the footage starts to feel way bigger than the camera. This is where I think a lot of beginners get confused. They think cinematic footage comes from buying a massive setup, but a lot of it comes from timing. I mean, you basically have light, movement, and composition, and of course, most important of all, being ready. The FX30 helps with that because it gets out of your way. It lets you focus on the shot. The moment this camera really clicked for me was the moment I stopped treating it like a piece of gear and started treating it like a creative tool. That's when everything changed. I wasn't thinking about the specs, and I wasn't thinking about reviews, and I wasn't thinking about the camera that everybody said I should buy. I was just looking for moments, just basic things, light hitting the water, my dog, running through the frame, fireworks exploding in the sky, simple things, people walking by, how the wind goes through the trees, just different types of motion, different types of texture, real life moments. And when I looked back at the footage, I had that moment, the moment where you say, wait a second, this was shot on the Sony FX30? That's the power of this camera. It's not that it magically makes you better as a filmmaker or a content creator. It's that it gives you enough quality and enough speed, and you got enough flexibility to capture the moment when you're ready. And for run and gun filmmaking, that's everything. Because the shot does not wait for you. The light does not wait for you. The moment does not wait for you. You either capture it or it's gone. I just wanted to share a quick personal side note, something that's really important to me, something that helped me a lot in life, and that's using your creativity to overcome a lot of life's struggles and challenges. And a lot of my emphasis in videos that you see is to stop buying more gear and start using creativity. And there's something that's so important about that, because when we buy something new, we don't use the creative muscle that we have. And what I've been doing is putting together gear and new rigs and new kinds of stuff and creative tools with all this stuff that I've already got. And I try not to buy anything new before I actually need it. And I like buying things new more than anybody else, trust me. But what happens is when we buy something new, we get it, we play with it for a while, and eventually it kind of goes on a shelf and it gets put away and we don't use it. And we want to exercise that creative muscle. For me, it's super important because overcoming alcoholism and addiction and depression, creativity is the outlet that I need that fuels those positive passions that I have to have in life in order to keep me away from the bad stuff. So just a quick personal note, don't worry about buying more stuff. Be more creative with the things that you have, and you will find new and better ways to achieve the goals that you want to achieve and your creative projects and everything that goes along with it. So is the Sony FX30 perfect? No, absolutely not. You still need to understand your exposure. You still need a good set of lenses, or one good lens. You still need to practice your handheld movement. Practice, practice, practice. You still need to learn how to work with S-Log3 and Cine EI. And yes, depending on how you rig it out, you can still make it more complicated than you expect. But for the price, the size, the image quality, this camera is hard to beat. And for me, the FX30 has become one of the most useful cameras I've ever owned. Not because it's the biggest, not because it's the most expensive, but because of the way it fits, which is the way that I actually shoot. Fast, handheld, real world, run and gun, and still cinematic. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you using the FX30 for run and gun filmmaking? Or is there another camera that you think does better? And if you want more real world filmmaking tests, Sony FX30 tips, and practical camera breakdowns, subscribe to Post Street Studios. I have more videos coming where we're going to keep testing what this camera can really do. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.